Everybody lined up. Red lights are on. AP250 is a go. Race number 1 of 2 of the weekend, and a bright old start from Murrayville Vitoni. Not a bright start, that's a flying start from Murrayville Vitoni.
Good start too from Ogiwara from the middle of the front row, and all kinds of pogoing up and down with the front wheel bounced up on the grid for, it seemed like about a third of the field.
Ogiwara, bike 97, he's made a solid start. I'm really expecting strong things from him. He's looked confident, and obviously in qualification to qualify in P3. He's also in good nick in the All Japan Championship, where he's had a couple of top 7 finishes in the last couple of events, and Ogiwara looks on the inside and takes the lead as Vitoni is pushed just a little bit wide.
Yep, and ARRC has come through well from the second row, but there's a crash there.
2 out, one of whom is bike number 50.
That's Kotaro Takashi, the SDG, Heart Pro Honda. He is out.
And Jazil Jaraimi is the second athlete who's gone out there.
Yeah, tough weekend for Jazil Jaraimi as ARRC takes a look at the front. Ogiwara, now number 97, and in unfamiliar colours, Des, the number 39 is up there, just going through your screen now. That is the Thai rider Kritapat Kenkun. There he is.
Red and white, the one I used to say. 93 leading the way now is the championship leader, Fadila ARRC. I say leading the way, he did for about 3 meters and then was overtaken. 157, Murrayville Vitoni, having made a mistake at the bottom of the hill, has worked his way back up to the top of the hill to take the lead, to come down the hill once again, where he finds himself under pressure from Fadila ARRC. Bike 93, ARRC, he's in great form. 3 wins out of 4. Not quite at his sharpest in race number 2 in Sepang, but he's given himself a nice cushion, a great way to start a season, going 3 for 3, and a great way to start here at Motegi, because he will have the lead coming over the line at the end of the first of 10 laps.
Yeah, he's a very, very classy rider as Murrayville swings outside of him and tries to muscle his way through into the lead in turn 1, but it's Kenkun Kritapat who makes it as they start this second lap.
Kritapat from Yamaha Thailand Racing, you're right, now you've pointed out, can't unsee the old colours of Kritapat. There he is, bike 39, the blue racing suit.
This is the 70th anniversary of Yamaha, so I imagine those are celebratory colours.
Meantime, ARRC in traditional red and white for Astra Honda Racing is there. 124 is Isam Iqmal from Victor Racing Team.
Getting tangled up there with Murrayville.
That's the second, that same place Murrayville nearly lost it on lap number 1. Well, that time he looked to be on the end of a mistake from another racer.
Kritapat having a look at ARRC. I think it's the first time here for Kritapat as well.
Fadila ARRC leads the way, weaving their way up the hill. They get to the top. Still leading the way behind them. Is that 88? Chandra? Chandra's come right the
Chandra
way from the back.
would have come up. Yeah,
Wow.
his grid position is a mystery because he was looking really good all the way through in qualifying. But that is phenomenal. He's made his way past what, 27 bikes to put himself in that position. That's incredible from Chandra.
Indeed, and he's having a little look at the front there. I'm doing a quadruple take that it's bike number 88. I didn't believe it at first.
Absolutely, yeah.
Chandra, he started down in P29. Now he's up in P3 after just coming up to 2 laps.
Yeah, I tell you what, as we look at the front group there, the stand-in rider, Fadil Musyavi for Yamaha Racing Indonesia, has put himself right up there as well, the 571.
Well, it's looking very good for Yamaha at the moment. Leading the way still is Fadila ARRC. Kritapat is right there.
Chandra really having a go, isn't he, Des?
It certainly is. The 2 Hondas are leading the way, but there's a gaggle of Yamahas chasing them. Beyond that, you've got Izam Ikmal from Victor Racing, Yuju Yoko for Team Tech 2. He hadn't made a start. Aguiwara's dropped off the pace just a little bit.
Yeah.
There he is, just at the back in the black.
Yeah, Yoko quite fancied by some of his contemporaries here as
Fadila was pushed wide. What a day.
Yeah.
Every lap we've seen somebody pushed wide on that turn going under the tunnel for the first time. 157 is Morabile Vitoni, leads the way.
Let's take another look at that. So RB comes across, he just has to stand upright to avoid hitting the front wheel
He
of
stood upright.
Fadil, yeah.
And that took Kritapat out as well. Both on the bike and back up chasing, but they've lost quite a lot of ground there. And the new race leader is, as you say, 571 Fadil for Yamaha Racing Indonesia.
The depth of talent that Yamaha and Yamaha Racing Indonesia and Astra Honda have got in that country is just amazing. Just keep coming.
Fadil leads the way, or led the way. Morabile Vitoni only stepped up from underbone this season. He's got himself a decent position. Hasn't had a podium. He's had 2 4th places so far, Morabile, and a P5. It's been a consistent season from bike 157. Look at that. It's blue, 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 blue. And the red, red, red. The black, black.
Yeah, absolutely. It's such a good selection by LFN to put Morabile Vitoni up into 250s. His teammate last season, of course, was the championship winner, Fahmi Bassam. Musyavi, he's putting on a show along with Chandra. And Izam Ikmal, who has struggled to come to terms with Motegi until now, is right at the front of this group, currently running in P2.
Who's not really made a mark is Rich Takahira. He's down in P7 just at the moment, bike number 44. He's in the slightly more colourful lime green racing leathers.
Yeah, Ikario Kubo just went ahead of him, the number 78. But great work here from Morabile. There's a Ikmal threatening again. So good to see him and Victor Racing on the podium in Sepang in round 2.
Away from this group, the Kawasaki's are struggling. Being interviewed pre-race with Daniel Bogas, and it was a very downcast Aiki Yoshi. So I had a look at Andy Mohammed Fadli, and they were way down, and they're way down the rankings here as well, outside the top 15 out the points, both Kawasaki's. Right in the points though is Mohammed Morabile Vitoni for Yamaha on the LFM. He leads the way. Xavi is now the new race leader, Indonesian replacement rider.
Yeah, there seem to be lucky numbers, those 5, 7 and 1. Got the one 5, 7, 1 and the one 5, 7.
5, 7, 1 leads the way.
Behind them is number 1, 2, 4. So 3 digits seems to be the way to go. Kritapat is making his way back up after dropping back a couple of laps ago. RB is just behind him. Sorry, Des.
Yeah, RB is just behind him, exactly what I was going to say. And just behind them, Hikari Okubo from the Samwa racing team. Kota Aguiwara has dropped off the pace just a little bit. Takahira is also dropped off the pace. These two, are they working together here just to try to pull away from the 2 Hondas behind them? Behind them, it is Kritapat. Kritapat has got 2 podiums this year. Well, a win and a P2. So he's having a good season. And Kritapat is just part of an attempt of a breakaway from the front 3.
Yeah, he's getting onto the back of them now. So it's all Yamaha in the front 3.
Again, a bit of contact. Again, it's RB who's edged off as they come in to turn number 4.
Yeah. First Honda is Akubo, number 78. We know when we're here in Japan that the wild cards are going to make an impression. And in the case of Mushavi, replacement rider, making a big impression as well.
This cause one or two mathematical problems at the end of the day, working out how it impacts the overall championship standings, but it's good to have these races coming in just to show that Japan is interested, particularly when we're in Japan. Japan wildcards make a heck of a difference. 250s through the 600s on the superbikes. Right then, still leading the way is 39 Kritipat for the Hondas, and Kritipat goes on the inside. Lovely line. Is he able to hold it? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Kritipat is our new race leader.
Yeah, so it's Yamaha 1, 2, 3, and then it's RV championship leader number 4, keeping himself in contention all the way through. It's a great young field here.
Kritipat's the lead by 0.2 of a second from Fadil Mushavi. Murabul Vitoni in P3. Fadila Arbi still holding on in 4. Akuba and Chandra still there. Really is a terrific performance from Chandra Henrowan. Just seeing Rich Takahiro. Where are you, Rich? P10 is the answer. With the fastest lap.
Yeah.
2:07.837.
Yeah, another rider who hasn't really shown up as we expected this weekend so far is the number 16, who's some way back, of Irfan Ardianshah.
Ogiwara's also dropped back as well after a very good qualification. Bike number 97, he's dropped back to P10, but there isn't a lot of a gap. There's only 2 seconds between P1 and 14, and there's still plenty of time to get back in. This is under-bone-ish in that everybody is packed together, and you really can't make up your mind until the last, I don't know, the last 2 or 3 corners, who is going to take the honours here.
Yeah, I mentioned Irfan Ardianshah, the number 16, but the other Irfan, the number 21, Irfan Haikal, for Idemitsu Honda Racing Malaysia. He is making his way into contention.
Adila Arbi, Astra Honda, of course, had a lot of success in the AP250 class. Well, they're under a lot more pressure this season. Nonetheless, they're still leading the way. And your pal, Kritipat, is having a little nibble on the inside as well, but Arbi holds on.
Yeah, this is a good race from Kritipat, doing the more usual Yamaha blue colours. Race 2 in Sepang.
Kritipat's come up alongside Fadila Arbi. Just looking, the differential between 1 and 8 is less than a second, less than 2 seconds down to Ryuji
and
Yoko.
Down goes. That's the number 62 bike of Ryuji Yoko. He's down.
And he doesn't look particularly happy. It's not only him who's down.
Yeah, I couldn't see who the other one was who went down.
Yoko was just mentioning him. He was in P2 after qualification. He was just coming back into the reckoning in P13. Now he is out. Mintaro Takamoto joins in at the very, very back there. Bike 81 for Uma Racing MMR Akeno. As I say, anybody within 2 seconds with this much still to go. For Ardianshah, well, you were mentioning earlier what a tough time he's had. For Ardianshah, crashed out with Yoko.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Irfan, who's came into this race second in the championship.
Fadila Arbi Aditama leads the way. Great performance by Mobile Vitoni. Great performance all week so far by the Bike 571, 157 and Bike 571.
Yes,
you're right,
indeed.
I got them mixed up, didn't I?
It was inevitable. I pointed it out because I'd nearly done it about 3 times before I said it.
571 is Fadil Mushavi. Right behind him in the redder colours, just so that we can possibly distinguish between the two. Here's Morabul Bitoni, bike 157. 39 leading the way is Kritipat.
You can see there just going wide on the exit there was Kritipat. allowed Harvey to go up inside him.
Been very neat and tidy for Fadila RB Aditama.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of him battling in race 1 at the start of the season in Buriram, and he just drew Kritipat into making an error at the final turn 12. Heavy contact there between Musyavi and Kritipat. Kritipat doesn't lose too much from it this time.
But it was old heavy contact. Musyavi, yeah, I may be a replacement racer, but I've got a job to do, and that job now, well, nearly took him taking the lead. Tries to take the tight angle. And one of the many hairpins that we've got at this Motegi circuit. At the moment, we're inside of the old oval, and also coming through is Okubu for the Samoa racing team. Bike 78, oh, that's a great
gets
correction.
All out of shape, but wow.
Musyavi somehow held on.
But he's lost way too many places to put himself back in podium contention. That's unfortunate. But perhaps just a little bit of red mist there from Musyavi. No red mist for these guys at the front, doing a really good job. Kritipat, the number 39, the number 78, Kari Akubo. And the 157 of the brilliant Murabil Vitoni for Yamaha LFN, and up as he goes wide there. Apology to RB behind him. There's an Iqmal coming back. He's currently in P5 or 6.
Chandra was there. Okay, the instant at turn number 1 is under investigation. Google of the wild card variety. He's tucked in nicely behind Murabil Vitoni. Fadila is in there as well, as is 124 is Iqmal from Victor Racing. Looking up nicely this. There's an awful lot of bikes still in genuine contention by Russell. You've got your leading 5, but I'm not counting out anyone down to 10. Takahira's started to race again. Bike number 44, he is in P10 at the moment.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, because these riders have seesawed, a lot of them anyway, have seesawed up and down the front group here, but consistent there has been Murabil Vitoni. He's possibly been the most consistent of these, along probably with 39, and Musyavi is down.
Probably just trying to catch up. It's been an interesting last couple of laps for Fadil Musyavi.
Yeah, one of the riders under investigation for that Bargy incident we saw earlier. But back at the front, I'll have a look now at exactly what happened. Couldn't quite see it there, but I think he did that on his own. But what an exciting debut in this series for Fadil Musyavi. Let's hope we see more of him tomorrow.
One for the highlight reel as Murabil Vitoni, 157, leads the way. Akubu goes with him for Samoa Racing. RB, I think we'll be happy. There's so much going on. That's Chandra, who was nearly forced out, in fact was forced off the racing line and so close to the finishing line. That could be a problem for Chandra.
Yeah, both those Sanwa wild cards, the number 78, Akari Akubo, and Ogiwara on the 97, they are both very much in contention.
Yeah, he's come back, Ogiwara, hasn't he? Drifted down to P10. He's now got himself up into P4. And there we have Takahira as well. Reach Takahira, bike 44. Just edges out so we can have a good look at him as he comes down the hill for the penultimate time. Both Samoa bikes are there, Takahira's there, and it's all changed in this last lap. Apart from the fact that Kritipat is still in that leading group.
This is a really good performance from him. Murabil still there in P4. Reach Takahira coming up, trying to get alongside him.
Final lap, about to come up. Gosh, that is a long straight, isn't it? Eventually they go past us in the commentary area. Kritipat has the lead from Ogiwara, Okubu, Murabil, Takahira, Izam, Fadila. The championship lead is down in P7 on bike number 93.
Ogiwara, can he bag another podium as a wild card in this most difficult of classes to come into?
He's been in great form this season.
Yeah.
In the old Japan and in the Talent Cup as well, where he's won 4 out of 4. He's just trying to get alongside Kritipat here. Yota Ogiwara.
And look at RB just behind them. He's getting himself into a good position as they go under the first tunnel and head into turn 6.
Well, there's been so much bustling around, a lot of physical contact. Also coming into the reckoning is Isam Iqbal once again for Victor Racing. These three, just like they're pulling away just a little bit. Isam has got work to do.
Isam hunting another podium for himself and for Victor Racing.
Kritipat looking for back-to-back wins. Bike number 39.
Indeed. Will Vitoni looking to turn what's been a really good race for him into a podium result.
Right then, this is where it gets interesting. They come over the brow of the hill, they'll fan out across the width of the track, trying to get the best line into the right-hander at the bottom of this hill. Look how tight to the line Isam Iqbal went. And Isam has gone through. Isam Iqbal has got the lead. Can he hold it on? Isam Iqbal for Victor Racing. He's got 2 left-handers and then the right-hander on a long stretch for home. Coming around the outside for Samwar is Ogiwara. Ogiwara looks to get there. That's a back marker in front of us. Ogiwara has got the lead, but it is so tight. And the victory goes to, well,
Isam Iqbal.
Isam Iqbal ahead of Ogiwara. 100th of a second. Murabel Vitoni in 3. Kritipat 4, Takahira 5, Fadila Arbi down in P6. Photo finish required, but Isam Iqbal's move down that back hill and onto the final 4 turns by Russell. Sensational.
What a reel that will make from the exit to turn 10. Here we go. Have a look at how close. This is what 100th of a second looks like.
The first bike we shouldn't take into account because that was one of the back markers. That was Nang Se. That really confused matters. Suddenly seeing 15 come into the reckoning.
Yeah.
Right at the finishing line, but he was being lapped. It is half a wheel for Isam Iqbal. 100th of a second.
Isam Iqbal was almost on the grass on that run down to turn 11 before they got into the braking area. But 100th of a second.
First win of the season, 3rd podium. 3rd and 2nd in Sepang, now a first win of the season.